are abandoning their fields and traders that...
Let me tell you a story, Clive.
All right.
Them rumours Wetlegs were spreading. Might be they weren't just tales plucked out of thin air. You see, there were a time when I weren't too particular about who I sold steel to, so long as they paid me the right price. Some women lust after blood, others after flesh, but me, I were always one for gold. And to satisfy that lust, I sold to opposing armies, stabbed my every client in the back, made myself the most hated woman in the twins. But then one day I met a man who made me a different kind of offer. Said he'd give me access to a realm-wide community of like-minded individuals in constant need of steel and sundries. On the condition I sold to him and his alone.
Was that the first time you met Sid?
Aye. And I fell right into his damn trap. He was true to his word, so I ended up being true to mine. And I soon started making the best profits I've seen since taking up the trade. And all without aiding or abetting any outlaws. Except Sid himself, that is. Told me about his plan to topple the mother crystals, you know. Said that with them gone, the realm would want for all manner of things. An opportunity for the likes of me to mint gil. Why, I reckon an enterprising individual could find himself the richest dam in the twins. And that's when he had me. I emptied my stores that day and moved into the hideaway proper. And the rest, as they say, is ancient bloody history. A dozen years on, and I'm still not the richest dam. Not for lack of trying, mind. But I can say that I have never been happier. You've all shown me there are some things more precious than gil.
That there are.
So don't you go messing it all up, or you'll have me to answer to.
As well hidden as the ironworks.
Ah, Sid. Just the man I was hoping to see. Did you have a mo?
Don't tell me. You need more bomb ash.
Oh no, we still got plenty of that left. I'm working on bringing another one of the Chief's designs to life. This time, it's a new smelter. It's got a reverberatory hood over the top for additional thermal amplification and a system of reciprocal recirculatory regenerators that let's just say it gets very blimmin' hot. A heck of a lot hotter than anything Blackthorn's got in his forge, that's for certain. Only mithril engines get hotter, and you can't chuck ore in one of them and get metal out the other end. Trouble is, we won't be able to make it out of any old rubbish neither. We need the good stuff. And I hear you once helped Helena get her hands on exactly that. Any chance you could help me too?
If it's for the good of the hideaway, I'd be happy to.
Oh, it is. I promise you.
So, what exactly is this good stuff you need me to find?
We've got a couple of examples here. Spherical echoes, we call them.
More fallen materials. So this smelter is similar to the mithril engine in more ways than one.
That's right. They're a bit like the thermal helms. Fallen ceramics deal with heat like nothing else, see? And what's more, they're directional, transferring heat from the inside to the outside. But these things, they're all outside. If we line the hood with them, they'll reflect the heat right back into the furnace. We've collected as many as we can, and I know where we can get the rest. Trouble is, they're all watched over by their bigger, uglier cousins.
So you want me to visit some ruins, destroy some echoes, and bring back the spheres they're guarding?
That's it in a nutshell, yeah. We're only 3 short, mind, and we know exactly where they are. There's one up Amber Way, in that ruin that they call Lost Plume, and another in the Silent South, over in Dalmekia. Last one is in the ruins of Advent, which is in the Empire.
All right then. Wish me luck.
Will do. I'll be keeping all my fingers and toes crossed.
I'll need to deal with these ones first. Find this spherical echo. This is it. Right then. Just two more to find. Two down, one to go. Too slow. That's all of them. No one can uncross his toes now.
Ah, Sid. Wasn't expecting you back so soon. So, is it good news or bad?
Good, thankfully. Here.
Ah, that's brilliant! Thanks a blimmin' million! I'll fit 'em to the smelter right away! May I present to you the Telemon Furnace! Ain't bad, is she?
She's a beauty.
You saved my bacon again, Sid, and I ain't about to let your good deed go unrewarded.
It's fine, really. My bag's flexible enough already.
Oh, don't say that. I'm sure I can make a few improvements to it yet.
You could just buy me a bigger...
How about that clasp? Looks a bit stiff. Reckon you could loosen it up and make some more room? And I reckon I know how. With a new alloy we've been working on. The Telemon Furnace was just what we needed to perfect it. It's a metal, see? So it's lovely and strong, but it's also, well, Stretchy, if you can believe it.
Stretchy metal. Well, if you insist.
That is the spirit. You'll love it, I promise. So, what do you reckon?
It's actually quite ingenious. Thank you, Owain.
Shh, don't mention it. You earned it. And I wanted to get some practice in using that metal anyway. Reckon we'll have all kinds of uses for it around the hideaway. Can't think of any right now, but that's our job, innit? Dreaming up new ways to make life easier around here. Maybe even out there, too. One day, the whole world's gonna know about the inventions you've helped us put together. That bag of yours will be the first of many. You mark my words.
They'll hardly believe their eyes, I'm sure.
Right then, let's get back to work. These world-changing inventions ain't gonna invent themselves.
Скромная просьба. Господин Клайв, прошу простить меня за это внезапное и неуместное обращение. Обстоятельства вынуждают просить вас о помощи, ведь больше обратиться некому. Ваш достопочтенный дядя поручил мне одно дело, но к моей досаде справиться с ним, согласно его ожиданиям, не представляется возможным, ввиду отсутствия должных навыков. Я всего лишь слуга, не наемник. Могу наладить быт в доме, но не разогнать разбойников на улице. Умоляю, милорд, приходите в привал Марты, там вы получите от меня все разъяснения. Себастьян Резерфорд. Дворецкий лорда Байрона Росфилда.
Rutherford. Wasn't that the name of my uncle's manservant? Where would he be at Martha's Rest?
My lord Marquis, is that you? It is you. Then you received my letter. I am Sebastian Rutherford, chief steward of your lord uncle's estate.
Of course. We met once before.
Yes, my lord. Thank you for coming.
And what was so sensitive that you couldn't put it in writing?
1,000 apologies, my lord. I did not mean to offend. I merely...
It's all right. Continue.
I am here at Martha's Rest, at the behest of your lord uncle, tasked with learning what I am able of the realm's current state of affairs. And what I have learned is grim. The fall of the Mother Crystals has left Storm in a state of utter disarray. The subsequent darkening of the heavens has only made things worse. Akashic attacks, once unthinkable, are now commonplace. The gears of governance have ground to a halt, and without a steady hand on the tiller, the realm threatens to drift into utter chaos. Your lord uncle, however, believes there is a way to avoid this fate, and is determined to see it set in motion.
That sounds like quite the undertaking.
It is. Hence my having enlisted the aid of several colleagues serving the 7 high houses. Alas, I have lost contact with 2 of those colleagues already. They are both able-bodied and trained in the sword, yet in these dark times, even that may not prove sufficient to keep a man safe on the road.
So you want me to find them? I'll need to know where they went.
One I sent to investigate the Republic, The other, the old imperial capital of Oriflamme.
That doesn't exactly narrow it down. I suppose I'll start in Dalamil and work my way east.
Thank you, my lord. I shall pray for your success and safety.
It's not going to be easy finding one man in an entire republic. Let's hope someone here's seen something.
Newbor's ill-gotten guilt, perhaps?
Someone's got himself in trouble.
I don't see your master here, so you can start by giving us all the coppers in your purse.
I already told you, I have nothing.
Then maybe we'll take that pretty outfit and the steel you're wearing.
Please! These men are trying to rob me!
I'll deal with this.
Thank you.
You that one's master, then? If you'd kindly pay the coin he owes us, we can pretend you didn't draw your blade on Republican soldiers.
Or you can go back to your garrison and I won't report you to your captain.
Oh, you're more than welcome to. He hasn't had many visitors since we slit his throat.
I'd expect as much from Hugo's faithful, but these were men of the fist.
Much has changed in the Republican army since they lost their rock.
You've seen this kind of thing before, then?
Many times. I was sent here to observe the situation.
You're one of Rutherford's men. He sent me to look for you.
Well, then you have my thanks. I fancy I could defend myself against one, perhaps two, but a whole regiment. I arrived in Dalamil several days ago, but when I called upon the captain of the local garrison to make inquiries, his men confiscated my effects and locked me in a cell.
The captain is no more, and his men make the rules now.
Fortunately, I was able to bribe my way free, only to be stopped again by those soldiers you so kindly dispatched.
What of the Fist's central command? Surely they wouldn't allow such lawlessness amongst their ranks.
I would imagine they are unaware of it. Most of the army has fallen back to the capital and hunkered down behind her walls. Those who weren't recalled now rule the fringes unchecked, answering to no one but themselves.
Then it's worse than we imagined. You should return to Rosaria. It's not safe here.
I'll find a caravan heading north. You won't mind if I borrow one of these soldiers' coin purses?
Not at all. Now, to find this second associate of Rutherford's. If he was bound for Oriflamme, I'll start at Northreach and see if I can pick up his trail. There's a lot of road between here and the capital. Rutherford's man could be anywhere. What happened here?
If you're with the others, they've already relieved me of my belongings.
I'm not. I'm looking for someone who was sent here by a man named Rutherford.
And then you found him. I'm Alistair Rockford, attendant to the Lady Ariane of House Wellesley.
Of the 7 high houses of Rosaria. It's been a long time since last I saw my great-aunt. Is she well?
My Lord Marquis? Yes. Yes, she is. The Lady Dowager has granted me leave to assist your Uncle Stuart. I was on my way back from the old capital when I saw some villagers being robbed on the road here.
Bandits?
They looked more like field hands, but it didn't matter in the end. I did what I could to help the victims, but all it earned me was a pommel to the temple.
Which way did they go?
South, toward the gate.
All right. I'll take care of them. Founder knows I've met enough of their kind. You head back to Northreach, visit the Vale, tell them I sent you.
Thank you. I shall. Founder be your shield.
They just couldn't resist, could they?
This one's ours, pretty boy.
Make for the town while you can. There may be more bandits nearby.
You don't need to tell me twice. Many thanks, traveler.
This looks to be all of them.
I thought I told you to make for the Vale.
And stand by as ill might befall the heir to the ducal throne.
It's just Clive, and I'm fine. Which is more than can be said for you.
I will survive.
Strange that the garrison wouldn't intervene in such a brazen attack so close to their gates.
The garrison have their hands full inside the city. Some days they don't even send out patrols. There are few hands left to work the fields, and even fewer to transport the grain. The market stalls are nearly bare, and the price for what remains is exorbitant. It's not uncommon to see a fight break out over a crust of bread. When I said the ones who attacked me didn't have the look of bandits, I meant it. They were probably just desperate.
Rockford, listen to me. If you are to continue your investigation, you first need to seek the attention of a healer.
Of course. I shall return to Northreach right away. But allow me to thank you first. Had you not happened along,
Don't thank me. Thank Rutherford. It was he who sent me.
I suppose he'll be wondering where I've got to. I shall send a Bastolus as soon as I'm able. Good day.
My uncle certainly has his work cut out for him. If it isn't already too late. I should go and tell Rutherford that his colleagues are still in one piece. I see you're still here.
The Rest's location affords a constant flow of traders, and with it, a constant flow of information. Speaking of which, I received word from both my associates. They have resumed their investigations, thanks to you.
I only happened to be in the right place at the right time. They both seem to think the realm's prospects rather grim.
I am afraid that grim would be putting it lightly. Storm is in crisis, and if we are to free her, we must work quickly. And we must work together. Such is your Lord Uncle's wish.
As it is mine.
Капитан Дорис. Милорд, сокрушители беспокойны благополучием нашего командира. Несмотря на то, что леди Дорис явно взволнована своим расследованием, она отказывается от всякой помощи. Если не затруднит, поговорите с капитаном и выясните причины ее тревог. Коул.
There's no way of knowing if Doris will confide in me, but I can speak to her at least. Where are you?
Can I help you, Sid?
I'm looking for Doris. Is she here?
I'm afraid not. She's at Martha's Rest on a job. My job, actually. When she heard what the mission was, she insisted on going herself. Alone.
Did she? What was the mission?
Following up on some new information. Once they'd settled in, the bearers you helped liberate in the Dragon's Eyrie were keen to talk about their imprisonment. And about their captor.
The slaver Cole's team were tracking when they were attacked by the Beastmen. I'll go and find her. She's at Martha's Rest, you say?
If she's not moved on already, yes. I hope everything's all right.
Why would Doris insist on going alone? Maybe Cole was right to be worried. Doris should be somewhere nearby. Assuming she's still here.
The world seems to be changing so fast lately I can hardly keep up. But what I do know is that there's more bad news than good. You can tell that just by looking at people's faces.
I've got greens.
It doesn't still hurt, does it?
Oh, 1,000.
It's been a pleasure, Doris. Just like old times.
I'll give your offer some thought, my lady.
How goes the investigation?
Sid, what brings you to Martha's Rest?
You. I heard you were out here on your own, tracking our slaver. I trust you're being careful.
Of course. And it had to be me. The bearers from the Dragon's Eyrie confirmed a long-held suspicion of mine that the slaver we've been tracking is an old acquaintance. She's no fool. If we'd come in force, she would have spotted us straight away, and then vanished without a trace.
That was her just now, wasn't it? So, was it a fruitful reunion?
I'd say so. She tried to recruit me. Seems her time in Rosaria is coming to an end. She's abducted bearers from across the region and is looking to smuggle them back into Sambrec. After her brush with those beastmen on the road to Northreach, she hired herself an Imperial escort, which she wants me to join. She's dangerous, Sid, but I think I can stop her.
Then I'm going with you. I'll take care of the escort. You can see the bearers to safety. Where are they?
The Baum Archers, soon to break camp. You go on ahead. I'll follow once I've sent word back to the hideaway.
Good. They haven't broken camp yet. How did Doris come to know a slaver, I wonder?
We've waited long enough. She's not coming. Ready the bearers. We're leaving.
Back to civilization, is it, Mom?
With all haste, lest any of you lackwits start talking like these feckless bumpkins. I presume your men are ready. We've suffered too many delays as it is. Any more, and I'll be docking your pay.
Yes, Mom.
Oh, but before you go, it appears we have company. Kill him.
You're welcome to try. So much for your escort.
You'll forgive me for not avenging my men. I'm not the swordswoman I used to be. I surrender. Do with me as you wish, Sid the Outlaw.
Sid!
Ah, Doris. I take it you're not here to rescue me from our brooding renegade? You know, I always wondered where you'd vanished to. But casting your lot with this criminal of all people.
Better fighting for a cause than killing for coin. I'm sorry, Sid. I should have told you sooner. This woman, my former master, once trained bearer children to be weapons in service of the highest bidder. She raised me like a daughter, and I did terrible things to earn her favor.
It wasn't all terrible, surely. We had our fun, too. You were always so eager to learn, and had such clever hands. All my other children took either to the blade or to the books. Always either or. But you proved yourself a master of both. That's why I kept you for my own. How about it, my little dagger? Care to swear that blade to me again?
I never swore my blade to you, nor will I ever. I fight for a higher cause, to liberate the bearers of this world. Farewell, Master. Thank you for making me the weapon I am.
You always were a righteous child. Perhaps that's the reason I loved you so.
What do you want to do with her?
I am not the killer she wanted me to be. Not anymore. And she no longer has friends in high places. The Dame does, though. Her connections at the Imperial Court will see that justice is done.
All right. If you're certain.
I am. And thank you for everything. Now, I better let these bearers know that they're safe.
And I should head back to the hideaway and put Cole's mind at ease.
Welcome back, Sid. Doris's message just arrived. I hear you saved more bearers from being smuggled across the border.
With any luck, they'll be joining us in the hideaway shortly. Oh, and your letter. You don't need to worry about Doris anymore.
I'd been hoping as much. She mentioned one or two things in her report. So the slaver we'd been chasing all these months was her former master. Wish I'd known. She's been arrested, by the way, over in Sunbreak. Went quietly, or so we're told. And she won't be getting off lightly. The Empire may have no love for bearers, but it's none too fond of black market traders either. Can't have been easy for Doris.
I'm sure it wasn't. But don't worry. She'll be all right.
Hope so. Suppose you should know, eh? You had quite the past yourself before you came here, or so I understand. Anyway, thanks again, Sid. The Cursebreakers would be lost without Doris. And you, of course.
Keep up the good work, Cole.
Обстановка в перевале. Стражи и топоры вполне ладят друг с другом. То вместе укрепляет стены привала, то избавляются от всякой напасти в тростинках. Все было бы намного хуже, если бы ты слегка не проучила Каш. Я знаю, что дело спасения мира отнимает уйму времени, но когда потребуется передышка, навести нас. Откроем бочонок другой. Марта. Яркое пламя. Милорд, вы обладаете уникальным чутьем и всегда появляетесь там, где нужна помощь. Без вас привал точно оказался бы захвачен акашами, а мы бы превратились в безвольных существ. Теперь врагов стало меньше, они разобщены. Стражи смогут своими силами расправиться с небольшими отрядами, а топоры вернутся к своим обязанностям в поселении Марты. Прошу прощения за то, что так внезапно попросил взять под свое крыло Оскара. Он славный малый, внимательный, вежливый, трудолюбивый. Сами видите, что мне уже нечему учить его. Остается лишь отдать юнца в оруженосце настоящему щиту, а таким наставником лучшим в этом мире можете быть только вы. Уэйд. Вести из Нортрича. Клайв, все в городе благодарны за то, что ты избавил нас от рабов, и тем не менее не стали наивно полагать, будто беды подошли к концу. Прекрасный Филипп взял на себя все приготовления на случай, если чудовища вернутся, но боюсь, стезя командира дается ему нелегко. Предполагаю, что твоя ноша также тяжела. Помни, если она станет невыносимой, не нужно в одиночку тащить ее на себе. Мы всегда примем тебя с распростертыми объятиями, и двери в вуале не закроются перед тобой. Изабелла. Главные действующие лица. Стражи и гильдии на время забыли о разногласиях, и мы наконец смогли вздохнуть спокойно. Однако благодарить за это стоит не тебя, а твою чудную спутницу. Она изумительно справилась со своей ролью. Ты же, скажу как актер актеру, поработай над подачей и умением войти в образ, и плавностью движений, и мимикой, и остальными навыками. Мы же не хотим порочить светлое имя лорда Андерхилла, верно? Любор. Долг. Лорд Маркиз, в ваше отсутствие я буду присматривать за своими новыми подопечными и всеми силами оберегать их. Надеюсь, и вы с не меньшим рвением станете защищать его светлость. Йота. Четвертый хвост. Клайв, остался всего один кристалл, и лишь одному человеку это под силу. Посмотри, чтобы все получилось. Отто. Воля сражаться. Такой исход для стражей и носителей давно напрашивался. Я горжусь тем, что все произошло именно в Розарии. Да, старой страны больше не существует, но многие не забыли мечту эрцгерцога Элвина, а благодаря подобным победам ее подхватит все больше людей. Клайв, мы лишь в самом начале пути, зато какую чудесную основу заложили. Марта. Потеряла и обрела. Не верится, что Тео не стало. Просыпаясь, я все еще надеюсь увидеть брата в стойлах, ухаживающим за птицами или подготавливающим грузы. Однако его там нет, и приходится всеми силами сдерживаться, чтобы не разрыдаться. Понимаю, что нужно жить дальше, но для этого вовсе не обязательно забывать о родном человеке. Все, что здесь есть, мы с Тео построили вместе, и пока караван существует, мой брат всегда будет рядом. Я стану хранить память о нем и стремиться к целям, которые он ставил перед собой. Таков мой выбор. Элоиза. Все сначала. Клайв, не знаю, как благодарить тебя за все сделанное для Лоствинга, поэтому вместо неловких выражений лучше пришлю несколько бочек, как только новый урожай будет готов. Надеюсь, что хоть тогда ты и твои друзья бросьте пить те помои, что подают в вашем убежище. Квинтон. О прошлой беседе. До сих пор моих слез не видел никто, даже родная матушка. Если ваша светлость не против, просто забудем о произошедшем. Больше такое не повторится. Сида, к которому я присоединился, не стало, и вернуть его из небытия не получится. Однако дело этого человека живет благодаря тебе и остальным обитателям убежища. В этом я уверен, как и в том, что трава зеленая. Правда, нынче не везде. Пока все сохраняется так, как есть, можешь рассчитывать на мою поддержку. Отто. На своих условиях. Жаль, что мое постыдное прошлое коснулось тебя и великана Гетца. Зато благодаря твоей помощи улажены дела, с которыми мне давно следовало разобраться. Теперь можно вздохнуть спокойно и наблюдать за новым миром, который ты пытаешься построить. И одним глазом прекрасно видно, сколько добра тебе уже удалось привнести. Харам. Предназначение лекаря. Спасибо, что помог избавить моего наставника от груза мирской жизни. Что бы там ни думало большинство, даже у лекаря есть некий предел возможностей. Я не способен излечить каждую болезнь, залатать каждую рану и спасти каждого страдальца. Единственное лекарство, которое может отводить все беды, это осознание опасности. Впрочем, тебя, сколько ни предупреждая о ней, все равно будешь бегать за всякими исполинами в надежде что-то добыть с них. Тарья. Как Теламон завещал. Спасибо за то, что помог навести порядок в подземелье. Без помощи такого галантного рыцаря он до сих пор дистиллировал бы морскую воду Плошкиной свечой. Впрочем, всегда есть что улучшить, так что не вздумай серчать, если вдруг приду в твою комнату с просьбой раздобыть еще сфер, пепла и прочих вещиц. Мид. Вывеска повешенного. Эмблема таверны в центре Лоствинга, который ныне поглощен эфиром. На вывеске изображен истощенный человек с покрытой головой, который подвесили за щиколотки. Возможно, он обдумывает план мести тем, кто так поступил с ним. Сейчас бывший хозяин повешенного Квинтон, которого поддерживают остатки его лоствинской семьи, старается построить новую жизнь. Возможно, в будущем возродят и таверну, но скорее всего уже под другим названием. Вывеска привала Марты. Эмблема островка безопасности посреди моря хаоса. На вывеске изображен спящий Чокобо, символизирующий покой, который стражи и носители Розария могут получить благодаря такому другу, как Марта, владелица привала и хозяйка таверны Золотые Стойла. Платок стражей. Этот платок, окрашенный в цвет пламени огненной птицы и крови погибших братьев-розарийцев, символизирует присягу на верность не только сэра Уэйда, но и всех стражей огня. Вывеска алых караванов. Эмблема уважаемой бакватской конторы по перевозке любых грузов. На вывеске изображен навьюченный Чокобо. Давным-давно хозяйка алых караванов Элоиса вызволила своего брата Деодора из рабства, а теперь после его смерти продолжает общее дело, освобождает носителей. Кубок Сида. Непримечательная глиняная посудина, чудом не пострадавшая при нападении на старое убежище. Отто сохранил этот кубок в памяти погибшем друге, а затем отдал Клайву, осознавая, что Сид с радостью передал бы его гордому продолжителю своего дела. Сундучок с лекарствами. Красивый резной сундук с уймой отделений, в которых хранятся различные тоники и настойки. Так как Клайв – бедовый пациент, Тария передала ему эту диковинку, чтобы хоть какие-то лекарства всегда были при нем. Благовоние с материка. Латунная курильница искусной заморской работы, которую Харн подарил за помощь в восстановлении своего доброго имени. По словам сварливой торговки, смесь трав и амбры поможет отводить что угодно – насекомых, чуму, воров и демонов, а заодно и исцелить от любого недуга и принести в дом любовь и процветание. Человек в черном. Почти все черные щиты, следившие за лоствинцами, оказались поглощены эфиром, однако одному, судя по сообщениям, все же удалось избежать подобной участи. Этот фанатик своего мрачного дела продолжает убивать носителей, что оказывается вдали от убежища, да и всех сокрушителей проклятий, которые посылают расправиться с ним. Трехглавый ужас. Торговцы из каравана, что пересекли пустыню Вилкро, рассказали мне о встрече с гигантским зверем. По их словам, он похож сразу и на дракона, и на льва, и на скорпиона. Легко предположить, что это был просто мираж. Игра измученного жарой воображения. Но ужас, застывший в их глаза, и холодный пот, покрывавший лбы во время рассказа, убеждает меня в обратном.
We're not going to outrun this one. Stay close, Tom. Should have picked on someone your own size. Through Orcish lands.
Welcome to the Patron's Whisper. Your benefactors are a generous lot.
Новый смысл жизни. Прежде я служил лишь себе, отворачивался от мира за охапку шелка и набитый кошель. И к чему это привело? Сложно радоваться, когда вокруг все горюют. Что-то нужно менять, и начать стоит самого себя. Одинокий носильщик.
All yours.
Подарок. К этому сообщению прилагается предмет весьма ценный и необычный. За него я не потребую ни платы, ни благодарности. Считайте его напоминанием о том, кому лучше присягнуть на верность. Странствующий торговец.
You earned this.
Успешное представление. Натали сообщила о непредвиденных излишках на долемильских складах. В качестве благодарности за оказанную помощь она пожелала, чтобы некий лорд Андерхилл получил часть этого изобилия. Виктор.
Here you are.
Вера вечных. Мы — силуэты, что стремятся за огненной птицей. Из тени служим нашему господину и тем, кто станет его крыльями. Вечные.
All yours. Come again. I may have more for you.